The history of the feline humans, a retelling of our past. It is easy to forget how different the world once was, before the age of pause, before the kingdoms of the night, before the world was shaped by those who walked on silent feet and ruled with claws and cunning. We, the Felinekind, were not always the dominant species. Long ago, our ancestors were not the sleek, agile beings we are today, but something slower, weaker, trapped by the burden of 2 legs instead of 4. But nature, in its wisdom, chose another path. We did not rise with fire, but with shadows. We did not conquer with brute force, but with patience and precision. This is the history of a world ruled by the cat humans. The dawn of the prowlers. It began in the age before memory, when early hominins faced the dangers of the wild. Some evolved to run, some to hunt in packs, but our ancestors evolved to stalk. Over generations, humans adapted feline traits for survival. Digitigrade legs, walking on the balls of their feet, allowing for silent movement and greater speed. Night vision, large glowing eyes that let them see in darkness, making them nocturnal hunters. Retractable claws, nails sharpened into retractable weapons used for climbing, hunting, and defense. Tails for balance. Agile and sure-footed, they leapt from tree to tree, avoiding danger rather than confronting it. Whisker sensory systems, subtle vibrations in the air told them when prey or enemies were near. Unlike their primate ancestors, the Felinekind did not fight in open battle. They watched. They waited. And when the moment was right, they struck. The first civilizations. The rise of the silent cities. As the Felinekind grew in number, they did not settle in open plains like the humans of old. No, their cities rose within the treetops, nestled in cliff sides, hidden in labyrinthine tunnels beneath the earth. The cat cities of the ancient world, the canopy kingdoms. Entire civilizations built in the highest trees, where homes hung from massive branches, connected by woven bridges. The cliffside holds, cities carved into the sides of sheer mountains, accessible only by leaping and climbing, making them impregnable to enemies. The undervaults, cavernous metropolises built below the earth, where the Felinekind thrived in darkness, illuminated only by soft glowing moss and firefly lanterns. Ladders, stairs, and doors were unnecessary. To move through a city, one leapt, climbed, or prowled. Silent roads of soft earth let them move unheard, and entire markets operated only at night, when the world was theirs alone. They did not farm as the humans of old had. Instead, they hunted and foraged, taming only the fastest and most agile creatures, raptors, panthers, great lizards, to serve as companions, messengers, and guardians. The wars of the great canines. The Felinekind were not the only ones to rise. In the Great Plains, another species took root, the canine clans. Unlike the Felinekind, who moved in solitude or small families, the canines were pack creatures, thriving in large, structured societies ruled by loyalty, hierarchy, and brute strength. They were larger, stronger, built for endurance and pursuit, while the Felinekind were smaller, faster, and more intelligent. The first clashes. The Siege of Shadow Vale, the canines, unable to climb or move unseen, attempted to smoke out the Felinekind from their underground vaults. But the Felinekind did not wait for war. They struck first, leaping from the darkness, claws flashing in the night, vanishing before the canines could counterattack. The Battle of Windreach. The canines sought to corner the Felinekind, using their superior numbers to surround them. But they failed to understand that a cat does not fight when cornered. It disappears. The Felinekind vanished into the trees, and when the canines awoke, half their number was gone, never to be seen again. The War of the Moons. For centuries, war raged between the Pack Lords and the Shadow Kings, but the balance remained. Speed against strength, cunning against loyalty, the silent night against the thundering charge. In the end, neither side could claim full victory. The world was divided. Forests and shadows to the Felinekind, open lands and the bright sun to the canines. Thus, an uneasy peace settled over the world. the age of silent dominion. As the wars faded, the Felinekind perfected their civilization, expanding in ways unknown to the old humans. Society and culture, the night courts. Laws were not spoken but whispered. Silence was sacred, and those who spoke too often were seen as untrustworthy and foolish. Assassins, not armies. Power was not won through war, but through stealth, manipulation, and quiet eliminations. A ruler did not win by conquering, but by never being seen at all. The worship of the twin moons. The sun was feared, but the moons were divine, seen as watchful protectors, ever-changing, never bound. Technology and innovation, weapons of shadow, daggers, claws, and poison were favored over loud, crude weaponry. Swords and hammers were tools of the canines. The Felinekind fought with speed and elegance. Floating cities, suspended by titanic vines, entire metropolises drifted above the jungles, hidden from outsiders. Whisper technology. Instead of bells and alarms, messages were sent through low-frequency purring signals that only Felinekind could hear. The modern world, a civilization of shadows. If humanity had evolved from cats rather than primates, today's world would be unrecognizable. No cars, only silent walkways. The world would be built vertically, not horizontally, favoring rooftops, tree bridges, and underground tunnels over highways. No loud machines. Cities would be eerily quiet, with technology designed to function without noise or unnecessary movement. No fixed governments. Leadership would be fluid, shifting based on who could outmaneuver, outthink, and outlast their rivals. The economy of stealth. Jobs would be based on who could move unseen, leading to entire professions based on silent espionage, shadow trade, and hidden influence. No open war. Wars would be fought in the dark, with entire empires rising and falling overnight, their rulers erased before history even noticed. Would such a world be a paradise of elegance and stealth, or a chaotic realm of constant deception and uncertainty? Would you survive in the age of the Felinekind? You would have to walk without sound, speak without words, strike without being seen. Would you be one of the silent rulers of the shadow courts? Or would you vanish, like a whisper in the dark? The night is calling. Are you ready?